Did you see this? It's great. Strength in numbers. A Somali mob rushed ICE agents in St. Cloud, Minnesota. These guys are way outnumbered. They need National Guard support. The terrorists cannot win. I want to reiterate something here that a lot of people do not understand, and I briefly talked about this with Mustafa the Poet when I was live with them as well. People see black people from the African continent ethnically and assume that they're migrants. Somali Americans, by and large, are American citizens. 90% of them are American citizens. 60% of them are American-born U.S. citizens. So when you see like a crowd of Somali people, if you're a racist piece of shit, or maybe even if you're not like a Republican, but I understand like why people look at the Somali population on U.S. soil and it just automatically assume that they're immigrants. Like, you're wrong. I'm just explaining this to you. They are no different. They are no different than like an Irish American or a German American. Like, they've been here, many of them second generation. Like I said, 60% of them are natural born US citizens. So when a lot of Republicans look at this kind of stuff, they think, oh, this is unacceptable. You look at this, a bunch of criminal immigrants like surrounding a police officer. Like, that's not the case. This is no different than a crowd of white people doing this. And the reason why I consistently stress the importance of this is because if an ethnic group of people on U.S. soil are 90% American citizens, why the fuck is ICE there? Why is ICE there? I mean, why is ICE anywhere, really? It's the same reason. But this is one of those instances where you look at a group of minorities and automatically assume, because of the way that they look, that they are not American citizens at all, and therefore Department of Homeland Security apprehensions and ICE traffic stops are perfectly justifiable. It's not. It's ridiculous.
Bomb you, you're if your wife is not bombing too, you guys are all bitches. You can't do shit. You can't do a thing. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out. Nobody fucking wants you here. Right, get the fuck out. Walk the fuck out, you stupid. Get the fuck out of here. You dumb. Get the fuck out of here. You fucking coward. You're a fucking coward. You're a fucking... Hold on, baby. I'm on the phone to you. Get the fuck out of here. And if you didn't have a gun or a badge, I would beat the shit out of you. Take that fucking badge off. You're not gun and see what happens. You shut the fuck up, man. You're a bitch. Get the fuck out. You pussy. White boy. I'll spit on you. Get out of here.
We have power in numbers, okay? You just have to remind yourself of that. We have power in numbers. Border Patrol confronted by a crowd after questioning man at a Minneapolis gas station.
How do I know you're a citizen? It can go two ways. I can take your...
Like, what's going on here? Like, what do we think is happening here, guys? What the fuck do we think is happening here? Why is this good? Why is this normal? Why are we normalizing this? What the fuck is happening here, brother? Oh, you just have random dickheads roaming the streets, walking up to every black or brown person being like, show me your papers? That's what we're about now? That's America now? That's what we're doing? And before people say, oh, this is what America's always been about. Yeah, not to this degree and never to this, like, there have been periods throughout history where it was there was an environment of repression, an environment of like racialized hatred, animosity. Oftentimes it was actually delegated to like the Klan or non-government entities in general. In modern day, in this day and age, in 2026, this kind of attitude is identical to the Nazi regime. And the very fact that there's still 20% of the population that doesn't realize what the fuck's going on is crazy. I mean, this is a 1-to-1. And it's ironic because this is what I said was going to happen over and over again. I kept repeating over and over again. Why is no one talking about this? Was the number one thing. If you were in here during the election cycle, one of the things that I kept repeating over and over again was, guys, they're going to do mass deportations. They're going to do Gestapo. They're going to do mass deportations. Imagine what that looks like. What do you think that will look like? That would mean militarized units in every neighborhood demanding to see papers and then shipping them off to concentration camps. Why are the Democrats not bringing this up? Why are they not routinely saying this is completely unsustainable and it's going to get worse? Did people in Germany treat the Nazis like this? I mean, first, yes. And then you know what happened? Not only a failed revolution, but also what ended up happening is, and this might come as a surprise to at least, liberals who don't have any understanding of the history of Nazi Germany, they started arresting the people that were fighting back. And the people that were fighting back, at least in an organized manner, were the communists, were the socialists, were the trade unionists. Those are the people who were fucking fighting back, actively taking up arms, as a matter of fact, taking up arms against the brown shirts, right?
Where were you born? Where were you born? Africa? Are you a U.S. citizen or you got naturalized? U.S. citizen. You're naturalized? What year?
Get the fuck out of our city!
I'm not gonna get out of your city, number one.
Yes, get the fuck
Not a
out!
Nazi.
Yes, you clearly. Oh, what does that say? Border Patrol. Yeah, you're a Nazi. You work for the orange fascists in chief.
Dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, by the way, Godspeed to all the liberals out there, dude. This is why I say the liberals are far more radical than the Democratic Party is. And in some instances, the liberals that take it out to the streets, the boomer libs too, they are far more radical than the annoying people on Twitter. Like, they're out there literally getting in the face of cops and being like, you, suck my dick, you love the orange man. Things that people on the internet would like criticize and make jokes about, like, oh, orange man in chief, really? Oh, Mango Mussolini? Like, shit that we would cynically, from an edgy nihilist perspective, make jokes about. Well, those people are out in the streets. I don't give a shit if their form is silly, okay? Why are you giving liberals credit for what leftists are doing? This is not just leftists that are doing this. Let's be real. There are plenty of liberals who are themselves engaging in leftist actions right now at this very moment. What leftist is saying? You're working for the orange fascist Mango Mussolini. Yeah, they're saying there's a dang Cheeto in the White House, but this time they're saying it directly to a Gestapo agent out on the goddamn streets in an effort to protect the members of their community. So they can say whatever the they want.
Number one, I'm not gonna get out of your city because I live here. Oh, you want to make? You want to make? Okay, good for you. Good for you. You want to make?
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that little piggy. He's leaving. The little piggy's leaving. Oh, his feelings got hurt and the little piggy's leaving. The church going aunties are out in the streets, dog. It's crazy. Yes. Anytime we see these sorts of incidents take place, anytime we see like mass protests and whatnot, I look at the crowd, and the very same liberals that wore pussy hats in 2016 are the liberals that are out there, man. It's not more often than not, it's not the youth. It's not the youth at all. It's the boomers. You have to recognize that. This is why I said the Karen Vanguard is here. This is why I said the Antifa is here. They are the people who are taking it to the streets. You cannot deny that. Yeah. Current day liberals are like, there's a freaking orange Cheeto in the White House and we're going to kill him. No, literally, the average liberal's position nowadays is basically like, we must water the trees of democracy with the blood of tyrants that happen to be a dang Cheeto in the White House. People love to talk a big game about dark woke, but the dark woke is the fucking aunties out there, dude. Straight up. It's the radical wine moms. I don't think we realize like where this discontent is coming from. At least like who is willing to take it to the streets. DHS was forced to respond to this because they're growing more callous. This was literally a U.S. citizen. Huh? Border Patrol attacked the U.S. citizen teenager, beat him up, drove him away, and then dumped him.
I'm not doing all right.
What's that?
I'm not doing all right. I'm not doing all right. Back up. Yo. See that? Yo, they're recording. They're here. What y'all doing? Yo, back up.
What's that? You good? Oh,
Greg Bovine Bovino in the streets.
absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, back up. I'm walking here. Back up.
Bro, if our governments, our local governments, and our state governments can't protect us against this kind of like federal action, it's going to be complete chaos. I urge even the likes of Mayor Frey or Tim Walz to wake the fuck up, okay? Deploy the National Guard to protect the citizens. Order local law enforcement to protect Minnesotans. Because if you don't do that and people realize even local law enforcement and state and the government is not on their side, it's bedlam from that point on. People are going to start taking matters into their own hands in an act of self-defense. This is where we are barreling towards. What the would it be better to wait strategically until after we win the midterms? What midterms, man? What midterms? What are you talking about? What do you mean? What are you talking about? What do you... I'm here to learn. Okay, brother, they're doming people on the streets. They're busting through their doors. It's Gestapo time, and you're talking about the midterms. There will be no midterms to be had if this keeps going. What do you think happens? They keep doing this over and over again until someone says enough is enough. And then they actually get into an armed conflict. Okay? An ICE agent gets shot in the process. Okay? Boom. Mass suppression. Like an ICE agent in every corner. Trump tries to federalize the National Guard and deploy it in against the population. Then people grow even more angry. There's more pushback because they realize that the state is not there to protect them. So they treat every member of the state as an as an enemy, because in some ways they are. Where do you think that goes? More suppression, more repression. There's no more midterms at that point. It's martial law, which is what the administration wants. They want martial law. The American government wants to implement martial law. That's why I keep saying over and over again, they're moving like there's not going to be any elections whatsoever. And I know a lot of people will say, Edinger Mentum and many others have said, well, if that was the case, then they wouldn't be trying to gerrymander, and they wouldn't be trying to engage in like new redistricting initiatives in an effort to at least like make up for the numbers that they're losing in the midterm elections due to their tremendous unpopularity and all this shit. I think both can work at the same time. I genuinely think it's both. It's both. They're trying to at least like create some kind of fake democratic process by engaging in these acts of like redistricting over and over again in an effort to be like, well, see, we still have control. But I think that's just hedging their bets. I don't think that is their game plan. I think their game plan is this: keep pressuring. There will be no legal pushback. There will be no like local government pushback whatsoever that will entertain some kind of like constitutional crisis, because Democrats always are too fearful to actively defend their own constituents. And eventually people recognize that reality. People recognize that there is no more defense. There is no local government that's coming to save you, and they take matters into their own hands. And in that process, when people take matters in their own hands, there's bedlam, there's chaos, there's violence, and there's even more violence in an effort to suppress said chaos and the violence for people who are engaging in an oftentimes legal act of self-defense. That is where we are headed. That is where we are headed down. That is the direction we're headed down. This guy said there's no way we wait for the ballot box. We need to go to the bullet box. The people are done.
And murdering people for trying to flee and for obeying a command to leave the area, and then shooting her in the face like that after she drops her kid off at school. We have to show up with guns. We have to. There's no other way around it. I don't care if I don't have a Minnesota carry permit. I'm unarmed right now, but this is the last time I show up to face these guys without a weapon. There's no way. I got shot with a pepper ball 5 minutes after walking in here. I never laid a finger on them. I never raised a hand to them. I've only been using my voice. The time for speaking is over. The time for niceties is over. The time for peace is over. They fired the first shot. It is time to end this by any means necessary.
Under different circumstances, I would say this guy is a Fed or something. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think this guy's a Fed. I think a lot of people are unimaginably fed up. It's gotten to a point. And for many of you that haven't experienced this kind of thing, right? You can't imagine what it feels like when you have, when as an American citizen, your whole life you have been taught that this is a nation of laws, okay? There's rules in play that actually are supposed to keep these kinds of repressive forces at bay. There are rules that are supposed to stop the government from behaving like this. And it turns out those rules only matter if both parties in the duopoly that we have are playing by said rules. And if one party decides, yeah, there's nothing you can do about it, I have unchecked power, I can do whatever the fuck I want, and the other party just keels over and says, go ahead, there's nothing we can do about it, then people inevitably come to terms with this new reality. The reality that is very different than what they've learned about American existence. And I think that's where a lot of people are right now, especially a lot of people who experience this kind of violence, experience this kind of suppression. People that actually see it in their neighborhoods eventually say, I'm fed up. It's bullshit.
I mean, you're talking about, potentially going to a dark place in this country. Do you foresee
We're there. We're there. This is the dark place. This is the dark time. We have people being sent to Salvadorian concentration camps. We got other countries being raided for their oil. We're in the dark time. There's no way out of this. There's no voting our way out of this. We can't wait till November. There's no waiting to the ballot box. We need to get to the bullet box. That's the only way. If there was another way, I'd be advocating for it. I've spoken peacefully. I've marched peacefully. I marched without Sharpton. I marched on Washington. I've been peaceful. I've acted peacefully. The time for peace is over. The time for any means necessary is right now.
Yeah, he needs to be arrested and thrown in prison. The tree of liberty must be refreshed with the blood of patriots and tyrants from time to time, but you're not the patriots here, you're the tyrants. Yeah, you're right. The tyrant in this circumstance is the random guy who's fed up with the unconstitutional Gestapo force busting down people's doors and like murdering them at certain points. That's, famously throughout history, those guys have been the real patriots. The SS, the real patriots, and not the people who are resisting against the SS. Those were the tyrants. Yeah, the real tyrants were the Jewish people that were thrown in concentration camps, the socialists, the communists, the trade unionists. Those were the real tyrants. And the real patriots were the fucking Nazis. Is that the argument you're presenting here? Holy fuck. Anyway, let's watch Greg Bovine Bovino pull off this nonsensical bullshit again.
Like that. Good show.
Hey, that's not a nice guy. Dude.
What is this?
You and all y'all. What you gonna do?
Hey, you guys American citizens?
Huh?
American citizens?
None of your business. That's what.
The wall there. All right.
See that? You're blocking traffic. Look at that. Bunch of y'all right there. Every single one of y'all. Look at that.
Just gonna get a pic. Hold on.
Why are they taking pictures? To put it through the database. So a lot of it is, so here's one of the things that they're doing. So they're working with Palantir, right? So they already have like AI facial scanners, which are not exactly super useful, but I think like as long as you change the standards of what decides someone is definitely the person, as long as you can like tweak the algorithm, you can use that as a justification for detainment. Okay, that's the goal here. They're using facial recognition software to see if the person that they're apprehending or the person that they're encountering is apprehendable. And because it's AI, it's not supposed to work. It's not like a direct 100% success rate. It's just supposed to give you probable cause. So they are starting to use this as a probable cause to say, oh, you're going to be detained. Okay, sorry. This is a 67% facial recognition match in our database for a criminal migrant. We had to beat the fuck out of you and we had to detain you in the process. Because that's what's going on here.
Go ahead, take a pic right there.
All right, let me get one of this guy here. Right here. Appreciate
that.
Huh? Come on.
Hey, don't touch him. Don't touch him. What are you doing? Come on. Yo.
I work here, bro.
Yeah, he works. Look at that.
Yeah, he's got like the target shit on him too.
What?
Look at that. Look, they're grabbing him. Look, they're grabbing him. Yo, let him go, let him go.
Border Patrol attacked the U.S. citizen teenager, beat him up, drove him away, and then dumped him. Why do they not care about getting caught in their lies? If he was arrested for assaulting law enforcement, why was he released and found battered in a Walmart parking lot?
This guy right here, they let him out of the vehicle, they tortured him. This guy? This guy right here, yeah. Tortured. You okay, man? No, I'm not okay. Bro, it's crazy. My man's bleeding. Bleeding. They slammed me on the ground.
I can't say what must be done here, but you can't stop me from thinking it. The teenager, dude.
We got to be able to call somebody. This is ridiculous. You got family around? You got somebody here, man? Come on, we in here. Come on, man. You work here, don't you? No, I work at Target. You work, bro. Come on, bro. It's okay. That is so crazy. Man, slam this man up in the parking lot. Torture this guy.
I can't say how I feel right now, but God, I'm thinking it. 1 hour ago, Neon Neck. ICE agents detained a U.S. citizen legal observer in Minneapolis, smashing his car window, dragging him out, and placing a knee on his neck. Conduct banned under Minnesota law after George Floyd. It's getting crazier and crazier. It's very obvious to me. The mandate from the Department of Homeland Security, specifically from the federal government, is to just increase the intensity. You can't say what you feel, but Asmund can say whatever he wants with no ban. Yes, because Asmund Fold, who is utterly irrelevant in this conversation, is demanding more of the state violence, and any kind of counter against said state violence, even an act of self-defense, is technically demanding illegal actions. Whereas state violence, even if it's illegal, is still state violence, and therefore it is interpreted as totally sanctioned and legal violence. This is the dichotomy between right-wingers who demand more of that same state violence and left-wingers who actually want to defend against state violence and illegal actions by the state. This is why right-wingers can get away with saying, oh, the left is so violent. The left is so violent. We are not violent. We're just simply demanding that the state continue doing violent actions. I mean, what do we think was going to happen? What do we think was going to happen? You got a bunch of deputized fat Gestapo roaming the streets specifically for this purpose. Like, the goal of these guys is to do this, okay? The goal of these guys is to do this, is to terrorize the population. So they're doing their job. They're just following orders, if you want to call it that. I think the lines have been drawn in the sand. People watch one video and see two different things. That's how wars start. I mean, that's part of it. But I mean, if they universalize the pain, enough, I don't think they'll have a robust popular mobilization to justify this kind of thing. And everywhere that they go, they will experience, people pushing back. That's why I say there's more of us than there are of them, and this can't go on.